This is KUGAN CASSIUS for Rifle TV in association with Macklin's in Marbella and Dusseldorf. With me, I've got Tyson Fury. That was a bit of a low-key press conference.
It was what it was. I'm expected to do all the entertaining all the time. The RTL man said to me, "Oh, what happened today? Why didn't you show up?" I said, "Well, why didn't Klitschko show up in 11 years?" He went, "Yeah, you are right." So I suppose I was right. Came there, did what I had to do, and get out of there.
But obviously, you know, you made some tongue-in-cheek comments about you being nervous, etc., etc. Something that he picked up on, sort of reversed to say you actually are confident and prepared, etc.
Yeah.
Klitschko-esque comments, so no surprises from him.
He doesn't do anything new, does he? Same boring old fella.
A lot of that press conference was taken up by talk of the gloves. Can you just, in your words, sum it up for me and tell me what's going on?
Yeah, I can. I don't give a flying beep 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 about these gloves. Not interested. You want to talk business? Talk to Mick Hennessy and Peter Fury. You want to talk about sex? Talk to Shane. You want to talk about doing demolition jobs on people? Talk to me, Dad. And you want to talk about boxing? Talk to me.
I think what people really just want to know is if you weren't happy with the gloves, you wouldn't fight, or...
Listen, the gloves are going to be right. Mick's going to make sure of that, because that's what his job is. So it's all on Mick Hennessy. Just there he is. He's on the phone now, sorting out as we speak. Ain't you, Mick?
Sure am.
There you go. I knew it. Yeah.
Watching those videos that they were playing in the press conference, where you've said a lot of things over the years, quite notably said that he wouldn't ever fight you.
Yeah, I did believe that. But, you know, I'm being proved wrong here, aren't I? So he's a better man than I thought he was, so I'll give him credit for that.
But you believe it's a case of he was made to face you in a mandatory situation rather than...
Yeah, by two organisations, WBA, WBO, and 3 world title eliminators later. So I'd say I've been faffed around a bit for 5 years, actually.
This week is kind of your judgment week. Everything leads up to a point on Saturday night, and you believe that Saturday night the heavyweight title changes hands quite confidently.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Got your whole team out here.
Yeah.
Didn't know whether they were going to let you all into the press
Well,
conference.
they didn't want to, did they? They made a big kerfuffle over that as well. They only said 10 people into the conference, and it was counting them, and we all just barged in anyway. There was about 15, 20 of us. So it was good. You know, we're not conventional. We're not agreeing to anything they say. So they all just want to play mind games and mess around, but we're still waiting for the mind games, these Klitschko mind games that the so-called experts are playing, but we haven't found any yet.
Are you expecting something else to happen? Or?
Hopefully they'll pull a trick or something, pull a move, because we're waiting for these mind games, but we're not seeing any yet. So I wonder what old grey hair's got to say about it, or do. Old Larry bollocks. Old grey bollocks.
Why do you hope so?
Hey?
Why do you hope so?
Because everyone said, oh, the Klitschkos are very hard to work with and to make a deal and all this, and they play funny games and they do this and do that, but we haven't seen any funny games yet. We're talking about a pair of boxing gloves and he's going mad, so he's hardly going to be extravagant, is he, and not give us the gloves. He wants everything to be perfect, this fella.
What do you think's going through his head this week?
I think he knows he's in for a hell of a fight, and it's definitely a 50-50. I think we're going to see a different Wladimir to we've ever seen. I think he's going to put it all on the line tonight. He might just give it one last hurrah, like him or me, and that's what I think he's going to do. I think he's going to fly across the ring and try and put it on me in the first 10 seconds.
Is that what you're expecting?
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm expecting. And if he doesn't, I'll be disappointed.
Do you believe he'll retire if he loses to you?
No, because there's too much money involved in a rematch. You think this fight's big? Imagine when I beat Wladimir and then I have a rematch with him and come back to Germany. Oh, won't be a stadium big enough to hold it in this country.
He spoke a lot in German, so I didn't actually understand a lot of what he was saying. Translated some of it today.
Yeah.
But kind of the talking has been done. It was overdone at that London press conference, wasn't it? Which obviously led today. Final press conference, routine stuff from Wladimir. Kind of what you expected.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything out of the ordinary, does he, Vlad? He's a true professional, true idiot, true type of straight talking fool, and that's him, Wladimir Klitschko, at his best.
What were you saying to him in the head-to-head? Couldn't hear everything.
I was just saying that I'm going to get him, and what's it feel like to be looking at me, and all that sort of stuff. He didn't like it. Didn't like any of it. And I had a smell of his perfume he was wearing. And he doesn't like me because he doesn't know what to expect, and he's on edge. He didn't know if I was going to headbutt him, stick a right hand on him. He was very like on edge type of thing.
He's very expressionless. Didn't.
Maybe it's his mind games that he go on about, but I'm that daft I can't understand what he's doing.
One piece at a time.
It's all right, doesn't it?
It's all right.
It's a bit better than my spaghetti and garlic, doesn't it?
I do want to ask you about that article in the Daily Mail with Oliver Holt.
Oliver the Wankstein Holt.
Which was, the headline was a little bit misleading to actually what the article was about, which aggravated you.
What aggravated me?
The headline obviously aggravated you.
Yeah, it was what it was, wasn't it? Oliver Holt tried his best to get me in trouble, and it didn't work, did it? So, not really too bothered what he does, or anybody else like him. Men meet before mountains, don't they? And when they do, see Big Shane there? Have a look at Big Shane. 6'6" and 25 stone. He's going to break his jaw completely with one straight right hand. I ain't going to do it because I'll get in trouble, but the big fella there, he'll annihilate him, won't he? So, and Oliver, take a good look at him, because that's the face you're going to see before you hit the deck.
What?
And that's the face you're going to see when he's jumping on your head.
Yeah, motherfucker.
What are you going to do to him, Cliff?
I'm gonna fuck him up.
What are you going to do to him, Cliff?
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
What are you going to do to him, Cliff?
I'm gonna fuck him up.
There you go. You're getting in trouble, mate.
What made you talk about some of them things you spoke about in that article?
I spoke about a lot of things that day, but that was just the bullet points he wanted to get across.
But quite specifically about the sins. Well, say it. The homosexuality, the paedophilia, the abortion. What made you want to talk about that sort of stuff?
Because we was talking about Armageddon and we was talking about the end of the world, yeah? And I said, before the end of the world can happen, all them three must be made legal, yeah? And they have to be made legal, all three. Now, I have newspaper evidence that suggests that the Gay Rights Act of 1977 backed in favour of paedophilia being legalised in the UK. So how dare I say that, but how dare it be on the national paper? And I can even get it up for you. Should I get it up, mate?
No.
I think I will get it up just to prove my point, so I can't get any more trouble.
Have you ordered food, Mick? Yeah. You sang it? No, just once.
Hold on. Keep your hair on.
We're back there for food at 6. No, so they may be good. What about you, Tyson?
Hey?
Are you eating again at 6?
Yeah. This was just a snack. I've not had anything since lunch. Hold on. Here we are. Yeah. These are the people. These are now politicians and whatever of the country. There we are.
Where's this article from?
This is from the BBC,
BBC,
yeah. So, can you just read that, Cliff?
Yeah, 1 second.
Just read it out loud, because it's not anything bad, because it's BBC's written it.
Hold on,
Just read the top of it.
Okay. A gay rights conference backs a motion in favour of paedophilia. The story is written up by a national newspaper as child lovers win fight for role in gay lib.
So what does that mean? In your own words? And that's written by none other than the who?
BBC News.
There we go. What you got to say about that? How dare me say that? How dare I put them two in the same category? So,
When's that article dated from?
that's dated from November 14.
Okay.
Does that back up what I said? Yes or no?
Yes.
There you go.
Why did you choose to talk about it though?
Because we was talking about the end of the world, so why not?
Okay.
And I didn't say it was right, wrong, or indifferent, did I? Not once did I say that I'm against it, or for it, or with it.
No.
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 So there we go. But I am against it, by the way. I don't like paedophiles and I don't like child molesters and all that. So I could say, yeah, I am against it.
Sure, most people will share your sentiment on that.
Well, yeah. What I think the punishment should be is let them in a 6-foot room with none other than myself with 2 hammers. I'll smash them to pieces. That's good punishment, justice for them.
How can people stick up for a paedophile? How can people be upset that you
Yeah,
don't like
then this is what I watched on Loose Women recently. Yeah, you know the good show Loose Women.
Yeah.
They said they're trying to do recently now because they're saying now that paedophilia is not a crime; it's an illness. They're gonna start making robots that look like children. Listen, robots that look like children, so the paedophiles can mess with them. Trying to vote that in. That's true. Saw it on Loose Women, and they were saying, will it work or will it not work? Because
You want a spring gun in the head, so you're not wasting no bullets on it.
It's true.
no,
A spring gun, do you want? So what you're not wasting the bullets on. The paedophile bastards.
so
Yes, you're not wasting no bullets on, are you?
okay, right.
Hey?
They were saying, do we think it's going to benefit?
I will see you at 6 o'clock.
Will there be more child victims or not more child victims if we make robots that look like children so we can have sex with them?
You could at 6.
How disgusting.
And that doesn't eliminate any problem.
Eh?
That doesn't eliminate any problem.
Well, it doesn't eliminate problems, but it eliminates semen in machinery.
What is this world coming to Clifton when people want to work around them people?
What else? I keep calling you Clifton.
Clifton? No, Clifton's over there.
Clifton's the much blacker and more sexier version of yourself.
Correct.
I'm probably going to get in trouble for that now, aren't I, for saying blacker?
No, that's all right. Clifton, you all right with his comments? I am.
I'm very, very, very cool with the comment. I am black, and as I say, blacker the berry, sweeter the juice.
Clifton, if I called you a big black rasta, would you be offended by it?
What?
If I called you a big black rasta, would you be offended?
No.
Proud of what you didn't you?
You are proud, aren't you?
Try me. Try some derogatory terms at me.
Bold, gypsy, trailer trash.
Yeah.
Go on. What you got? What you got, Clifton? What you got? Come on. He just called you a Rasta man.
Yeah, I used to be a Rasta man.
All right, but what you got for Tyson?
Turn back Rasta.
What have you got? What have you
Hit
got
me
for
back
Tyson?
on that.
Hit him with something.
I haven't really got nothing to hit Tyson with, but me and Tyson are cool like that.
Come on.
Come
I
on.
just want to see if it makes me feel angry or anything
Go
like
on.
that.
You dirty, stinking white piece of shit.
Yeah, is that racist enough for you?
I think that's a counter. So that's 1-1. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's even. Yeah?
There you go. So that doesn't make me feel upset. I am a big, dirty, white, stinking piece of shit. So what? And Clifton is. Children down there.
That took a fair. Marshall David.
John, did you take offence to that?
Yes.
Whoa, boy. Whoa, boy.
Cool.
Ronnie Pickering.
Whoa, boy. You mentioned Ronnie Pickering in a Wladimir Klitschko versus Tyson Fury press conference.
Yeah, I did.
I am.
I said that Mick Hennessy and Bernd Bont should do a Ronnie Pickering bare knuckle outside. It was good, wasn't it?
It was very good.
KUGAN, yeah? You know you do your interviews and they're always 250 minutes long, yeah?
Yeah.
I want you to prove to me that you can be a journalist, okay? Because although you do these hour-long interviews and people are okay, but how many people actually sit there for an hour and scan through all that stuff that we do? So what I want you to do, in order to go to the next level and be a proper journalist, yeah, after this, I'm going to time you. I want to see how many bullet points you can get across in 4 minutes. Because that's about, 4 minutes is about the time that people will stay on an interview for.
Untrue.
That's true.
That's untrue.
It's true. Only the die-hard boxing fans will stay in tune for an hour or 45 minutes or whatever. 3 to 4 minutes is the amount of time people start losing interest. If the first 3 to 4 minutes are interesting, then they will start to watch the video longer and longer. So after we've done this interview, I want to see how many points you can get across on camera within 3 minutes like a proper journalist to the next level.
I'm not a journalist.
What are you?
I don't know. I haven't got a name for myself, but I'm not a journalist. But the longer...
Me and Gareth want to know, yeah?
What's Gareth got to do with it?
Me and Russell Crowe want to know.
What's Gareth got to do with it?
We'll be having this conversation about you. You're the next line of journalism in the UK, are you not?
I don't think I like this conversation.
Right.
What were you saying?
We were saying that to be a proper interviewer, you must get across all your points within 4 minutes.
I disagree.
Well,
I disagree.
I'm going to get Gareth over here and we're going to debate about this.
Listen, when I interviewed your father last time, I asked one question. He spoke for 25 minutes. Okay? I asked him one question, and you know what? I don't even think I asked him a question. How about that? How about that? All right?
Did you
So
not?
I disagree with that, and
Yeah?
people love that interview, Dad. They said it's one of the best interviews that's ever been on there.
Yeah, they did.
The hour-long thing I did with you, I know that a lot of people, and I'd say over 70%, watched it to the end. So I'm quite happy with that, Tyson.
I know you are, but we're saying to step up to the next level, you got to get your point across, mate.
I ask you a question. It's your job to get the point across.
I know, but you got to get the bullet points. You got to tell me, basically, steer me in the right direction.
No,
you know
no,
what
no.
I'm
I
saying?
like you just to rant
No,
on and
you're
waffle
different.
on.
You're a different kind of artist, aren't you? Because everybody else tries to do it quick, and you're the only person that does like proper long interviews.
And what's wrong with that?
Did you take over from Jane Couch? Can I ask?
No.
No. We started before that.
Under James Jackson, he took over.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
You probably don't want to talk about it.
I do.
Okay.
I do want to talk about it.
Okay. What do you think of David Haye's return and his opponent for the 16th of January?
Well, I think it's good for boxing that David Haye's back. If he actually decides to turn up and fight, that is. So that's one good point for British boxing. It's good because he draws attention. People like watching him. So that's one good thing. His opponent, Mark Demori.
You sparred him, correct?
Yeah. Australian tough nut. 30 fights and 1 loss or something. It is what it is. It's an opponent. I'm sure Mark's got other ambitions and he's going to come and try and put David Haye to sleep, but it is what it is. I wish them both the best of luck and may the best man win. I don't have any hard feelings to it. I don't hate nobody. Jesus tells me to love my fellow neighbour. So just because a man does something to me, should I not turn the other cheek and say do it again? So I did. Do it again to me. So it was what it was. I don't hate anybody. I have no hate for nobody, only love. Even Wladimir. I love Wladimir. He's a fellow human being. I don't want to wish any harm on him. I just want to do my business and win my fight. That's it. No, there's no hate. I don't hate anybody. I don't even hate Nick Hennessy.
But ultimately, his return to boxing is good for the heavyweight division?
Yeah. Just another spice in the pan, innit? All adds to the electricity. I'm sure after I beat Vlad, he's going to come knocking and wanting to fight me. So, it is what it is.
And if you are world champion, what's your response to that? Hypothetically.
Listen, let him get in the line, and get himself mandatory like I've had to do. And we'll talk business. It's strictly business. No hard feelings. It is what it is. I think he's going to go after Wilder. I don't think he's coming down my route.
We'll have to see.
Anything else?
No, do you want to talk about anything else?
Yeah. I want to give a big shout. I want to give a big shout out to James Helder.
Yep.
God bless James, and hope you're well, and hope your family's well. Keep it real, mush. Dad, you like James, don't you?
James, you.
James Helder, the other guy,
Oh,
does
yeah, yeah, great fella. Yeah, number one fella like KUGAN.
I like to talk a bit about Mick Hennessy. Me and Mick. The Jerry Maguire story.
Freedom of speech, crack on. Someone who's been with you from doc day one,
Yeah.
stuck with you.
Have you heard the story? Because I've got plenty of time and I'm not really doing anything. So I suppose I could give the viewers a little bit of an insight to me and Mick's relationship.
Would be a good time.
Mick's the giver to Shane, and Shane's the receiver. No, I'm only joking. Right, I'll tell you how it all started with me and Mick, right? Because I don't think anyone's ever heard this story before. I was ABA heavyweight champion at the time, super heavyweight champion, and I took some time off and I went on holiday with the boys. Don't know where we went, Tenerife or something. And I come back and I think my Uncle Huey set up a meeting with Barry McGuigan. Did you know this?
No.
I'll tell you now. So anyway, set up a meeting with Barry McGuigan. So we went down and spoke to Barry McGuigan, and he said he was going to do this, X, Y, Z, and I've got this and I've got that. Just a promise, usual promises of the world. So I said, all right then, deliver it, and we've got a deal. If you don't, no deal. So he didn't deliver. And then Frank Maloney called us up to see him. And we went and had a Chinese for Frank Maloney, and he was talking Rajnas. If you don't know what Rajnas is, he was talking hairy bollocks, right? So we left him, and my dad got the Chinese because Frank was just being a bit of a tit. And then we went. Who else called us up? A fella called Johnny Wish. Is it from Manchester?
Johnny Wishhausen.
Johnny Wishhausen contacted a friend of ours at the time called Dave Ingleby, and he said to Dave, "Oh, can you tell Tyson that Barry wants to see him and come to the prize fighter heavyweights thing?" So we went up there and went up to a little room upstairs, and lo and behold, Barry Haye was there, pissed as a fart upstairs, and he was talking nonsense as well, pure nonsense. So me dad said, "All right then, Barry, cheers mate, see you in a bit." We left him. So then I just felt like I wanted to get on with my pro career, and I didn't know Mick at the time. And me and Peter and my dad, we went up to London to doing something, and we bumped into one of Mick's relatives. And he said, we was talking about boxing, and he said, I don't know if it's his brother-in-law or his cousin or somebody. He said, somebody, just say brother-in-law. My brother-in-law's a boxing promoter. Do you know him? We said, who's that then? He said, Mick Hennessy. So we said, no, we don't know him. Well, obviously, we saw him on the TV with Carl Froch and whatever, but we didn't know him personal. So anyway, arranges a meeting, and Mick says, I think Huey spoke to him at first, my Uncle Huey. And he said, we're having a training camp in Ireland, Carl Froch. We'll bring him over, I'll have a look at him in sparring. So, like I said, I just got off this party 2 weeks, and I was quite heavy, about 20 stone. So I went over there, and I didn't know who was sparring. I thought I was sparring some like big fat Irish lad, yeah? I thought, I'll level him right up completely. I look like a world champion doing it and all. Anyway, goes over there, and I've only got this Cuban that everyone's afraid of. I think he's like 9 or 10-0 at the time, and he was knocking everybody out as well, and no one wanted to spar him, and he had an attitude problem as well. So anyway, jumps in the ring. He was called Mike Perez, but nobody heard of him at that time on a high level, but he was still good. He was mustard. So anyway, jumped in the ring with him first day, had a spar, done 5 rounds. It was 50-50. Didn't feel too clever. It was what it was. So then we went to sleep, got up the next day, and we said, how many rounds do you want to do today? We said 10. My dad said 10 rounds. Or Huey said 10. Do 10 rounds today. So he looked at us, 10 rounds. So anyway, we're at it, bish bash wallop, 2 or 3 rounds goes by. I've hit him with some good shots. He's hitting me with a few decent shots. And Huey said to me, if you listen to me, this fella do exactly what I say and he'll become like a baby to you in the ring. I thought, yeah, right, this kid's strong as anything. So anyway, lo and behold, after 2 rounds of following instruction, Mike Perez has gone like a piece of rag in the ring. So he said, right, now push him back and learn some big uppercuts on him, yeah? So I pushed him back and landed some big uppercuts around the sides. And then it was about 3 or 4 rounds. And I said, went back to the corner, I said, take my shirt off. I took my shirt off, and I'm telling you, I had fat ripples all over. You know the state I get in sometimes, and I was probably worse at that stage. So I took my shirt off, I said, right, let's do it now again. I've looked round, and there's Mike Perez, he's got his headgear off, and he's out the ring. So everyone's saying, get back in, get back in. I said, come back in and spar on. Well, everyone was there to see it, and he wouldn't get back in the ring. He said, no. And that was that, and everyone started clapping. So then Mick obviously was impressed, saw me take some thunderous punches to the jaw, and he saw me give some back and dig in, and that was that. So then we agreed a deal, and lo and behold, old Mick Hennessy delivered his word. And where everybody else talked very good games, Mick said what he was going to do and delivered. Can't say fairer than that. So I got married a week later, went on honeymoon, and then ends up coming back from my honeymoon, cuts it short, gets all my medicals done to fight on the undercard of Carl Froch on ITV. And that's how it all started. So that's the beginning of the story started. And from there, it was just like, how often do you want to fight, basically. I think if I said I wanted to fight 20 times in 2009, Mick would have probably got me 20 fights in 2009. But I probably would have done. I was on my way to having 15 fights in 09, but I got an injury, a back injury, and I could only have 9. So it was still a good start, wasn't it? 9 fights in 1 year. So then the second year come, and I think we had about 4 or 5 fights, and the following year, and it was good. It was a good ground, and I fought tall, short, fat, skinny, orthodox, southpaws, punchers, light punches. I had a good grounding of different opponents. I had more TV coverage than any of the rest. I was on Showtime, ITV4, Channel 5, Premier Sports, Primetime Sports. I think I had more stations than any other fighter in the country, actually, when I think about it. I don't know if I ever boxed on Eurosport, Mick, did I? Eurosport as well. So, and then all the countries from around the world. So, he's done a good job, Mick, and it come to getting some big fights and that. And we had the British title win at Wembley over the unbeaten Chisora at the time when Wladimir refused to fight him. Mick got us that at home, won the purse bid, didn't you, Mick? Purse bid. We levelled him up, levelled a couple of Brazilians undefeated, and then went on. And in that year I had another few fights, like sharpish. As a champion I had done Chisora, Further, Pajcek, like one after the other, within a month of each other. And then what happened then? I took some time off, and that's when I got with Peter and worked on some stuff, got the weight off, and then come back in April. We had the big Rogan fight in Belfast. That was a good atmosphere and that. Got him out of there, and then we was rolling, and then we went, I don't know where we had a Bristol. I had one in a big cattle shed, which the atmosphere was electric down there that night. Big shout out to Bristol and all the people who supported me. Went from there, and then, oh yes, I was supposed to fight Denis Boytsov in a final eliminator for the WBC championship. And we said we'll fight Boytsov, no problem. Gets to about 8-9 days before the fight, Boytsov's got an injury. So we needed to find a replacement opponent that still had the same status so we could fight final eliminator for the WBC. So Mick was working day and night trying to get the opponents. And we couldn't really get anybody of any note really on such short notice. And then we Kevin Johnson at the time was taking everybody and begging people to fight. He begged that Alex Ppv to fight. When he did fight, knocked him out. Done a few others as well. And then we said we'll take him, but then the WBC said we can only make it eliminator, not a final eliminator. So that was all right. We took him to school, and then what was happening then? And then it was the New York fight, the Madison Square Garden fight. And that was more of a showcase rather than a big fight that people would know in the UK and all that sort of stuff, where I probably could have fought back in England against somebody of lesser quality. But no, we went over there, we had the big event, and it paid off. Took a risk going over there to his own country, paid off, and then we was rewarded, and I was supposed to fight Pulev in a final eliminator for the IBF. And David A fight happened, and that got cancelled a couple of times. That put us back, cost us a full year in time. So then we lost all our rankings. The IBF dropped us out the rankings. WBA or WBC dropped us. Everyone dropped us for him messing around with that idiot. And so then we started from scratch again. Signed the deal with BoxNation for 3 or 4 fights, whatever it was. I think Frank Warren believed that he was going to get me to sign my life away and kick Mick Hennessy through the door and then promote me and all that sort of stuff, but that didn't happen. I didn't leave Mick in the beginning, so I wasn't going to leave him at that stage. Had a couple of fights, had the Abel fight, had the Chisora fight, had the Hammer fight, mandatory European. I'm in this position now. And it was a long, hard battle because they was trying to make fights that they couldn't never make, and a lot of stuff was going on behind the scenes that I'm not going to go onto the camera. Probably land me in a world of trouble. And let and behold again, old Mick Hennessy delivers again. On the final hour, with 10 minutes left to go, they agree with Bontin and Tom Luffler. Agreed to deals and terms. There was a lot of people sent over there for purse bids. People who didn't have no involvement in the fight anyway. They went over there as well. Mentioned no names, Eddie Earn. Yeah, he went over there trying to win a purse bid. And some Russian guy and Frank Warren had somebody over there, and there was a few people over there. Adam Harris went over there for us as well. We had our purse bid, and then Mick delivered on the final hurdle again. 10 seconds left to go or something, and it was all a done deal. And here we are. So then we were training for a big fight. Got really fit, really ready. Got cancelled, and then put back, leg injury, whatever. And then we stayed focused and kept on training, and then here we are today. Landed in Dusseldorf yesterday, and we're here. Biggest fight of our lives, more than ready. Taking Klitschko's titles home, and that was just a quick story. And when we've got longer time, I'll probably go into it proper detailed.
There was quite a nice moment at the press conference in London between you and Mick, wasn't there? At the end, at the photo call.
At the what?
When you were having the head-to-heads at the end.
What, just then?
No, the one in London, where they called Eddie Hearn to come up.
Yeah. How dare they? Can the promoters of the fight come, please? Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn. Who did they say come forward?
Eddie and... who was it?
And Bont.
Bert Bonto.
Come forward. I don't know how Eddie Hearn was the promoter of the fight, do you? He didn't do anything. Apart from try and block us. Didn't do jack. I do love it, you know, when people just try and butt the faces in on stuff, or don't concern them. And I can just say, I know Eddie's your mate, yeah, and he's a good friend of IFL TV, but he tried his utmost best to spoil this fight for me. And he's praying on his knees that I lose this fight, because winning it is going to put him in trouble. Send him back into the darts. Let's say that. Won't it, Mick?
Okay.
So,
Fishing.
yeah, send him back fishing.
Okay.
You can always go back to snooker, can't you?
And I know that I frighten Eddie, because he doesn't know what to expect. And I know that he's frightened of my dad as well, because I've heard back that he's terrified of my dad. You bottle job. What's to be frightened of? A man 50-year-old. Have him a bare knuckler outside, Eddie. Have him a bare knuckler. What else? What else, Lee? What can we say about the match room? I think it's healthy to have competition. You know, it is healthy and it is good, because they all rub off each other and they all make each other strive to do better, I think. But I just think it's the sneaky deals that go on. And another thing, while we was in, they were saying, oh, I'll get knocked out by this person, get knocked out by that person, yada, yada, yada. And then when we was in the press conference in New York, who was there? Oh, Barry Hearn, with his arms out like that, coming for the big hug and all that. What's that about?
I don't know, you'd have to ask Barry.
Listen, you get about as much sense out of that shoe as you can, Barry.
Remember when I see him in Newcastle?
Yeah.
When he said, come see me. Got there, he was pissed off. Falling all over the place.
Hey, Dad, do you want to fight Barry Hearn?
No, he'll beat me.
Shane?
No, I'm terrified of him.
All right.
Anything else we can touch
Listen,
on?
unless you've got anything else to say.
I've got tons of stuff to say. Tons. I could talk here all day. What else do you want to know about? I can tell you anything.
New world
This is a
order.
dangerous thing, isn't it?
Not really.
It is a dangerous thing.
I'm not saying anything bad, am I?
No, I'm not saying you are, but
Here's Adam Harris. Adam, can we have a word, please? No, serious.
It's our Canadian connection.
This is Adam.
hello, Adam.
Harris.
He's in charge of the glove situation.
And I just want to reiterate how a boxing can be a shitty business. And Adam can be there and tell me if I'm right or wrong, can't you? Let's just reverse back the years. I just want to roll back the camera a little bit, because we was talking about how the people stick knives in and all that sort of stuff, and how everybody wants to be your friend and all that. Now, Adam, back in, what was it, Adam? 2009, we had all them TV contracts in Canada. Yeah. I goes over there, was rolling about in limousines, and he had all these young prospect fighters, and Oh, Adam was the greatest by these fighters and all that. They loved him. And as soon as the contracts got done with the TV and the credit crunch, what happened?
Yeah, they look for the door all the time. And
They always look for the door.
yeah, it's the same old thing. You know, the fighters that I've seen that are the most successful are always the guys that stick with their teams and that are loyal. So, you know, the kids that I was working with at the time over in Canada, they went nowhere. Actually, they're fighting in probably in front of 500 people now. When they were fighting on Tyson's bills, they were fighting in front of all kinds of people, all kinds of television exposure. But you know what? They're all calling me now. And that's the sad part is they smell new things coming. And, you know, it's a shame that people are like that. And this business is a dirty one. But people like Tyson and his family, kind of like I lost hope in the sport, but seeing him stick together with the team's been really inspirational, and it's been amazing. That's all I have to say about that.
Can I just say a quick thing?
Yeah,
I want to say a very big thank you to a man called Bobby Gunn here. Because every time we do things, Bobby's right behind us and he's all-hearted and he says some good things. And that man's an all-rounder. He was a good professional world champion, whatever he was, and he could fight outside and all. That's a real man, Bobby Gunn. And thank you, Bobby. God bless you, brother.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate on some of the stuff that me and Adam got up to in Canada. I want to say that Montreal's one of my favourite cities in the world. And every time I go there, I get a great reception of everybody. Yeah, been good. I've even fought in Canada in Quebec City. So where James DeGale's going, I've already been there and stomped that ground. How about that?
In a big fur hat.
Yeah, in a big fur hat. It was on the Pascal Hopkins undercard. It was good.
Have you got the key to the room now?
What else can we talk about?
And you weren't a fan of these long interviews, or were you? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a fan, but I'm just saying, like, this is what reporters say, like, can we get across in a few minutes?
Yeah, but maybe they've
But I don't
got,
think you can ever get this across in a few
they've
minutes,
got
could you?
column inches, they've got a certain amount of time that they need to fill into TV slots, etc., etc. I don't. I've got all the time in the world to sit here and talk to you all night if I have to.
Exactly. Should we talk a bit about boxing?
If you want.
What about Nick Blackwell? What have we got to say about him?
British champion.
British middleweight champion, good-looking kid, in shape, fit as a fiddle, game as a pebble, can punch a bit as well. He's had some good fights, some tough fights. I think Mick's doing a good job with him as well.
Would he beat Eubank?
Would he beat Eubank? I think it's a good fight, that. It's a 50-50 fight, in my opinion. Eubank's got all of the flashiness and the skill and whatever. And Blackwell's got the strength, the determination, the grit, non-stop coming forward. And he can hit as well, so it'd definitely be a good fight. If Eubank ran away all night, then it'd probably be a boring fight to watch. But if Eubank wanted to fight back, then it'd definitely be a good fight. It definitely, I'd absolutely fancy Blackwell to bang him out.
Underrated fighter.
Not really. He's a British middleweight champion.
I still think he's underrated.
As a what?
As a fighter, Nick Blackwell, I don't think he's always had the credit he
I don't
deserves.
think he's ready to step up to the Golovkins of the world. But within a few fights, a few more 5 fights at that level, British and European level, he'd be ready to face anybody. So that's him. Who else we got? Huey. You want to talk about Huey? Cousin Huey?
Let's talk about Huey.
Huey's on the bill against a Serbian who's 17-1. Big old lump, 6'5". Took Arnold Jar Jar 9 rounds. Jar Jar's unbeaten in 30 fights. So that could be an interesting little battle on the undercard over here. Yeah.
Wait there, one. Just pick this back up. Do you remember in our last interview we done in your hotel in Bolton?
Yeah.
Talking about British world champions.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
So let's talk about Anthony Qualla, who knocked out Perez in Manchester over the weekend.
Yeah.
So where does he rank among what you were talking about back then?
Well, he ranks just among them all, doesn't he?
Does he? He's beaten the champion at WBA. Not there's only one WBA lightweight champion. That was Perez.
And he was the interim champion, Derry Matthews.
Yeah, he's vacated.
Yeah, to fight Flanagan now, yeah.
Yeah. apparently, and Kevin Mitchell will fight for the interim title against Barossa. The winner of that will be mandated to fight Crawler.
Yeah. So it's an Eddie Hearn special, isn't it? 2 Eddie Hearn fighters fighting each other for the title. I'm sure Boros, I don't know Boros, but is he an Argentinian?
Barossa.
Is he Argentinian by any chance or something like that, or Brazilian?
He's Argentinian.
Yeah, they can't fight, so it's a one-way ticket. There's only a selection of Argentinians that can actually fight a bit, and probably this Barossa can't. That's why they picked him. So we're heading for a unification fight, not a unification fight, like a mandated fight between Mitchell and Crawler, which is a good fight, good British fight, because Mitchell's known and Crawler's known, so that'd be an interesting fight.
But you give credit to Crawler for that performance?
Of course, he's won the world title. Of course, it was a good stoppage, and he's done really well. I'm really happy for him. Really happy for him. He's a nice kid. It couldn't have happened to anybody nicer. Let's put it that way. And he's had his ups and downs as well. He's lost 4 or 5 fights, and he's been knocked out with Derry Matthews, and he's had a draw with Derry Matthews, and he's had a few fights go against him and whatever. He's come back, hasn't he? And he's got his title. But is he a great in the sport?
Plus, he had a piece of concrete dropped on his head as well, didn't he, Paul Bugger? And come back to win a world title from that.
Exactly. Yeah, we can only judge him on his performances as a champion. We'll see if he goes down as a British world champion or if he goes down as a great champion. But if you're losing fights to people like Derry Matthews, then you're not going to go down as a great legend, are you? No offence, Derry, but he's not a super champion, is he?
Another topic that people have been discussing of late is pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Some people say that your fight with Klitschko isn't pay-per-view.
Isn't pay-per-view.
Isn't pay-per-view. Some people are saying Eddie Hearn's card on the 12th with Joshua and White, Spike O'Sullivan and Eubank isn't pay-per-view.
Is pay-per-view that one?
Yeah, that is pay-per-view, but people are saying that it isn't.
Well, I won't be paying for Joshua and White and Eubank and Spike. I won't be paying 15 quid to watch that. Will you?
I'll be there, so... But
Yeah,
if
I was going to pay 15 quid to watch somebody, I'd rather watch the World Heavyweight Championship than the British Heavyweight Championship. Come on. So whoever says that it's not a pay-per-view fight needs the brains testing. And we'll see if it's not a pay-per-view fight, but the figures come back after Saturday.
What does it consist of for you for something to be a pay-per-view event, whether it's this country or in America? What ingredients does it need to be where someone looks at it?
2 famous fighters. That's what you need for a pay-per-view event. 2 famous characters who's achieved quite a bit in their sport, who majority of the public know.
Who are at their peak?
Yeah, definitely. Klitschko's on top. He's reigned for 11 years, and I'm there now. I'm ready. You ask like 10 people in the street in England, do they know me? And a lot of them will. That ain't boxing fans. That's just random people. You ever heard of Tyson Fury? Who? Yeah, Tyson Fury, the boxer. Yeah, we know who he is.
So you've got pay-per-view fighters, and you've got pay-per-view cards. So
pay-per-view fighters is someone who's an exciting character.
Carl Froch.
Pay-per-view cards, are stacked together a load of world title fights and a load of bullshit to make a card good enough for pay-per-view. That's the pay-per-view card, is when you've got titles on the bill, loads of them. And a pay-per-view fighter is somebody that's entertaining and exciting and draws attention and gets viewing figures.
How many pay-per-view fighters are there in this country or Ireland?
There's one in myself. Then I suppose Carl Frampton's a pay-per-view in Northern Ireland.
His fight with Quigg will be
that'll
likely.
sell, because people in Ireland will watch that. People in England will watch it because of Scott Quigg. But I wouldn't say Scott Quigg on his own's a pay-per-view fighter, no way.
So sometimes it is about the fight rather than the fighter as well.
If you've got a good dance partner, then you can put it pay-per-view. But if you're a decent fighter, a good fighter, and then you fight some mediocre fella, it's not a pay-per-view event, is it?
Yeah, I'll say that.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think Froch Groves was pay-per-view, the second one?
Yeah, definitely. It drew the public's imagination. People were talking about it, general people. And that's what this pay-per-view event's about. When you've got random people in the street talking about boxing and who's going to win the fight and interested in it, that's what makes a pay-per-view event.
So a lot of people are talking about Joshua and White. Why wouldn't that be pay-per-view then, in your opinion?
Why wouldn't it? Or why would it?
No, why wouldn't it? If people are talking about that fight, which they
Yeah,
are.
if they're talking about it, but not random people in the street, just like boxing fans. I haven't met any random people who talk about Joshua and White in that fight. Just boxing fans.
So you're talking about the man in the street who knows nothing about boxing but knows, for example, that you're fighting this week.
Yeah. That's what pay-per-view fighter is.
Okay.
Anything else?
I might be out. This is run 50 minutes.
You out? Well, I'm not. Let's talk about the heavyweight landscape, shall we?
Crack on.
We have me and Klitschko fighting on Saturday night. That's going to be an epic fight, which I intend to win, which I definitely think I'm going to win and believe I'm going to win. So then it's, who do I fight in my first defence? Who is there? Like I say, that would be pay-per-view. Because it's all right being a pay-per-view fighter, you need a good dance partner to sell the fights. So who would be your choice in pay-per-view opponent?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Pay-per-view for you, defending your world titles
In England.
in England would be Anthony Joshua,
Yep. Agreed.
David Haye.
If they'd wear it, but agreed.
What I'm saying, David Haye.
Yeah.
And as far as heavyweights go in England, we're out.
Not just English ones.
DT, DW, Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder.
Would that be a pay-per-view fight, you reckon?
Well, they said it weren't once, didn't they?
They did say it wasn't a pay-per-view event one time, yeah.
But things have changed. And
Well, things
since
have
then.
changed. He's become the WBC heavyweight champion. Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't think Deontay
I don't believe there's really any other heavyweights out there apart from, I don't know, Vitaly come back.
Yeah, Vitaly. Would that be a pay-per-view?
Yes.
What about Lennox Lewis? Would that be a pay-per-view if he come back?
Yeah.
Yes. I think he wants to fight your dad, doesn't he?
No, how can he fight me,
no
Dad? Let him
fighting
fight me.
outside, don't worry about that, mate. Don't you worry about that, pal. If he wants to go on no couples, me and him will have it. And his mate, with him, will not love it. What I'm saying, that's it. Who's his mate? Mind his mate.
What was I going to say? Yeah.
But yeah, I think David Haye, Anthony Joshua in this country, outside of this country,
Deontay Wilder. that's it,
Deontay
isn't it?
Wilder.
Vitaly, Lennox Lewis. No, Povetkin won't be a pay-per-view, would it, really?
No.
Maybe, I think it would be defended. No, definitely not.
Who did you say?
Pulev. No. Yeah, just if you feel, we'll just go in with the flow, just taking them off.
just want to get this out of my room.
Have you shit yourself? I can smell farts.
Ain't me.
Oh, they're nice ones, aren't they?
I got a pair of them.
Yeah? Do you like it? Do you like them?
Yeah, good shoes.
Yeah.
Under Armour. Thanks to Adam Harris from the Canadian branch of Under Armour.
Nice.
That's a WBA shirt we gave.
Yeah, he comes bearing gifts. Christmas early, innit? Yeah. Here we are. Oof, look here, Dad, I've got loads.
I'd like to see that in the pair of them flipping locals.
I love these, you know. I've got loads of these as well. Oh, that's my hat.
He goes with your trekking.
Too small for you. It's too
Too small for it.
too small for your melon.
For your melon. I'm a melon man.
Sweet.
So I've got lots of Under Armour shorts, thank you.
Like a little sweater thing.
Sweater, Under Armour, shorts.
What's that?
Put that down, you big slink.
I don't want it.
Maybe want one of those.
Maybe we should. Tyson.
Don't wear maybe Peter.
Peter's a man from.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, thanks, Adam.
Jimmy Perez.
Wow. Where are you getting all these from?
Who you like? Oh my god.
Not feeling it.
Oh my
Look
god.
here. Versace.
Don't play with gay clothing.
Versace. Did you like that?
Nice, yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
Can we get a big hug, Adam, for that on camera?
I've had this stuff forever for you. Good luck.
Thanks, pal.
Right. Tyson.
So there we are. I've got gifts a lot. I like this Versace tie. It's nice.
Can I make?
Hey? Are these your ties?
No, they're actually for you. I got
Are you sure? I've got 2 Versace ties now. Peter, go and stuff yourself.
Oh, Paul gave you that too.
Paul.
From Irish Hennessy and PGO.
I wonder what this is. Dun dun dun. What is it?
Little
Brooch.
Irish cross.
It's a Celtic cross, isn't it?
Very nice, isn't it? What's after boxing then, Kugan?
What's that?
What's after boxing with people my age, like? And Clifton.
Sorry, Shane, I don't have too
Yeah,
much.
we should
Are
have.
you two the same age?
Yeah.
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 I'll leave you this bag anyways. I'll pick it up.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We
Cool.
should have a free-for-all, shouldn't we? Like the older veterans get in a cage and
Thanks,
fight
Adam,
it
for
out.
this. Appreciated.
Yeah, like a ladder
Britannic
match.
Boil.
Like a ladder match.
Yeah.
First one to the top of the
No, I'm just saying, you know,
like
fight on,
a
all
£1 million
in a
in a
cage.
I
suitcase.
sent that to your house about 3 times.
fight
and I got
all
sent
in a
back.
cage, the last man standing.
What's
I don't think we should be bringing them in one at a time. They've got to be all in
Give this
together.
back to you when I'm going back to room.
We have like tournaments, like
What's that?
semi-
Like
quarter-final, semi and a final.
No age groups.
Yeah, you got to be.
Yeah,
at
you
least
got to be
50,
between 50 and 90.
So who do you want to fight then, Clifton?
No, I'll fight anybody.
Who do you want to fight, Clifton, in it?
I don't want to fight anybody, man.
A rugby game.
I'd like to fight Lennox Lewis
Yeah?
There you go.
In the cage.
In a
in a
cage.
cage, bare knuckle. Everything goes.
Alright, save this because I want to interview you in a minute. Save
Anything
this,
goes.
save
Do you
this,
remember
please.
Eric Perez from starting with the rugby team?
Yeah.
Anyways,
He knows that's
he was
gold,
at the
isn't it? He's
finals
like,
for the
oh,
rugby,
Hold on.
and he met a man that boxed your dad.
Yeah. What's he called?
He's a famous guy, like an actor or something.
Oh, yeah. Who's the actor dad you fought? Adam Fogarty.
Oh yeah.
Does he have a nickname or something?
Foggy.
No, but just
Does he acts in, what's it called?
He's been in Lockstock. Yes,
Is yeah.
Oh, that's the guy. Okay, yeah. So he met you, had nothing but amazing things to say.
Who had him?
Yeah, he was just.
Yeah,
like
he acted
saying-
in Snatch, didn't he?
He said
He used to play
said
rugby
that
for.
this is what he said to Eric, and I wasn't there, but he said he thought he wanted to be a boxer, and he fought you early in the. I think you guys might have fought earlier in your careers or whatever it was. It was his first fight, and so basically he just said that if this is boxing, he wants no part of it because it was. I guess it was just a war or whatever it was. It was. Yeah. Just sad.
I remember that because I had it a week and a half later.
Do you want to fight him again in a bare knuckle? Johnny Pickens
I'll
style.
leave him. I'll leave
He's a
him.
lump, isn't he?
Oh, he's a big fella.
He's a lump.
Do you want to fight him again or not?
I'll fight anybody, you know that, mate, like I do.
There you go.
He just said he wanted to go for
Adam, what about when Shane grabbed you by the head?
Adam's
Did this guy just give us your resume, Adam. Give him your resume. Wrestling on that.
in about 1999 to 2002, I used to do MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, boxing, and everything. And I've been in with all the top wrestlers in basically America, and big 6'6" gold medalists. And I said, you know what, I'm going to show Shane a few moves because I think he's a big, strong guy. So we're in where were we? We were in a
hotel.
yeah, we were in the hotel, and so I said, I'm going to show him a couple moves. So there's a move in wrestling where you do a little bit of a duck under and you try to get the opponent's back. Well, anyways, I've done this move 1,000 times with guys that are supposed to be the best wrestlers in the world, and I felt their power, and I said, okay, I can handle this. That's the strongest man I've ever tried to move. First of all, I couldn't move them. So when I tried to move him, he didn't budge. It was like basically a brick wall, and he just grabbed my hand and just wrenched it. So basically, I was walking around London all day like this. I had to go take a lie down and take about 20 Tylenols, or what do they call it here? Paracetamol. Yeah. I was fucked for like 2 weeks. I couldn't even. I was seeing him in the hotel and I was passing him by and I didn't want to even let him know how bad I was. And I was just like, hey Shane, how's it going? But You know, this kind of segues into an interesting point. One of our good friends is Scott Coker from Strikeforce, now part of Bellator MMA, and I've been in talks for basically years, a long time. We always said, because people don't really realize how agile Tyson is. They just look at it, they look at a big guy and they figure that he can't move the way he does. But I think Holly Holm sort of showed there's a blueprint to beat these grapplers, and I think Tyson would be one of the guys that would be perfectly suited for the UFC. So if you're listening, Dana White, you sign him up because I want to do a bidding war now. So imagine the heavyweight champion of the world beating the heavyweight champion in MMA. Yeah, but I think he could do it. I mean, he has a bit of a wrestling background now. I know him and Shane used to have some big WWF wrestling matches. But
He's done it.
Yeah, all the time.
oh, sorry.
Trampoline jam, wasn't
It was like, but we just used to have to tap out first, like.
Yeah.
We'd just be there for hours until we couldn't move anymore, because he wouldn't give up and neither would I. Just choking each other and hitting each other. We had this big, massive trampoline, and be on it for hours until we couldn't go anymore, until we was both drained, just lay there.
Yeah, so and even Rico Verhoeven says that you have potential as a kickboxer as well. So yeah. And he's
Rico, he's got a big fight coming up December the 4th as well.
he
Defended his title.
MMA fight as well.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Is he going to fight in Bellator?
You know what? I think
Good thing. Come here a sec.
I think they might. I think he might do because they have an association with Spike TV.
Just hold that for 1 second.
So it's only a
Hold it
natural.
on Tyson for 1 second.
Where are you going?
Yeah, so Tyson, what do you think about the MMA and boxing?
I think MMA is basically, a friend of mine once told me this, MMA is for white kids who can't box. And that friend is standing right there. He said it.
Way to throw me under the bus. No, I think it's apples and bowling balls though. MMA and boxing, it's like, okay, it's a fighting sport, but it's nothing really, other than punching each other.
There's nothing alike, is it? It's a totally different sport.
There's too much ebb and flow in boxing. There's too much, you could come back and you could be almost out in a boxing match, take a little rest, come back and change the whole tide of the punch, MMA, it seems there's too many luck factors in it, you know what I mean? Someone's gonna shoot for the legs, a knee comes up, and bam, the fight's over. So boxing is just, people think it's too limited, a limited fighting sport, but it's actually, there's so much more to it than that. And I'm an MMA fan, but at the end of the day.
I'm doing your press conference.
I'll tell you what, yeah? Next question from the new IFL presenter, Clifton Mitchell. What do you think about women in boxing?
Women in boxing,
Yeah.
I think they're very nice when they're walking around that ring holding them cards. I like them actually. They give me inspiration after when I'm tired and I see a good sort walking, wiggling about with the round 2, round 8, round 10. So I think women in boxing is very good. Very
What do you
good.
think women boxing?
Women what?
Actually fighting.
Well, it's up to everybody wants to do the same thing, what they want to do. I'm all for it. I'm not a sexist, you see.
Yeah.
I believe if a man should go to work all his life, then a woman can go to work all her life. You know,
I think
it is what it is.
if you're not good in it, you shouldn't do it anyway.
Exactly.
No
If you're not
matter-
good enough, you won't make it anyway. So who am I to say, don't you do that because you're a girl?
Yeah.
Or don't you do that because whatever? But I believe woman's best place is in the kitchen and on the back. That's just my personal beliefs.
But everybody has their own beliefs, don't
Yeah, for sure. Making me a good cup of tea. That's what I believe.
they? Yeah. I'll say opinions are like arseholes. Everybody's got one.
Yeah.
What do you think of Ronda Rousey?
What do I think of her? She's quite hot.
I think she looks like Sloth from the Goonies or whatever it is. I think she's horrible looking.
As a fighter?
Oh, as a fighter, she's good. She's all right, you know. I think she thought she could like beat anybody at any style. I think she thought she was unbeatable, type of thing. And then when she tried to outbox a boxer, and that wasn't going to happen, and she got made to look a bit amateurish at times.
Mediocre.
Yeah, but you know, I think she could come back. She's a big star, and she's a big name, and big stars don't stay down for a long time, do they?
It's true.
What else? Are there any other women you can think of? Ask me, what do I think of? Just anybody.
Jennifer Ennis.
Who?
Jennifer Ennis.
Who's that? Jessica Ennis, you mean?
Yeah. not
Jennifer Ennis.
Who's that? Who's
Jessica
Ennis?
Ennis.
Jessica.
Jessica, that's the runner, isn't it?
The pentathlon? Or
Yeah,
is
the
it?
athlete.
Yeah.
I think she's good. Yeah, she's won quite a few medals and stuff for the Great Britain. Yeah, she's.
I thought she's
good.
done really well
and
since.
she slaps up good as well. She dresses up well when she's got a dress on. She looks quite fit. Anybody else?
Katie Taylor.
Katie Taylor, she's a good boxer. Well, that's what we were just talking about women fighting. I think pound for pound, she's got to be the best woman fighter there's ever been. There was another good woman fighter from Holland, Lucia Rijker, and Emmanuel Stewart said she was the best ever woman fighter. But I'd like to see Katie Taylor versus
She beat
Lucia
Jane
Rijker.
Couch, didn't she? She beat Jane Couch, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Yeah, Holly Holm done her, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see Holly Holm, Katie Taylor in the ring. Make that fight happen. Eddie, where are you? Any more?
Lady C, do you know who that is?
Who is it?
Have you been watching The Jungle?
The what?
The Jungle.
No, I don't watch it. Not really. Don't watch it. Anybody else?
Paris Fury.
What about?
She's a good fighter.
Sometimes she needs a uppercut, but other times she doesn't.
She knows how to slip him now, doesn't she?
She does, but since I was involved in kickboxing, I come back and I was learning her a few kickboxing moves like 1-2 low kick.
Yeah.
She really can like 1-2 low kick now for some reason.
He's in focus, yeah?
Yeah.
On the camera.
Yeah.
In focus, yeah?
Anybody else? You're a shit interviewer, isn't you? I could do a better job of interviewing myself.
Do you know what? I'm going to have to wrap this up. I've got 2 bars on this battery and then I'm done. And I still need to get... Are
That means a rap. 2 bars. 2 bars of a rap.
you going to sing if you win on Saturday?
Yeah.
What are you going to sing? Or is it a surprise, baby?
Who's got the keys to my bimmer?
No, I'm gonna sing. I could lay awake. That one.
Armageddon.
Yeah. Armageddon. I'm gonna sing that.
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. You never heard
Of
it?
course you have. Go on.
I'm not gonna sing it now. I'm gonna sing it after the
I
fact.
could live just
White man music. You know?
Alright, John Holt.
Yeah, that better.
Alright, Tyson Fury.
That's it. Done.
Thank you very
Get
much
out
for
of here.
talking to IFL TV for an hour. Very unexpected hour. Considering this is fight week.
In association with Mitchell and Mitchell Promotions.
Alright, in association with Rastaman Promotions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
man.
big up.
Yeah, man.
Ganja man salute.
And Big Shaney Enterprises behind you there, man.
Style landscapes. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Do you know what you should do? Say something now. A word. People will tweet you the word, and you'll know how many people have watched the end of the interview.
What? Say a word.
Say a phrase or a word now.
Oh,
that people,
hashtag it.
Yeah, so people will tweet you, so you'll know how many people have watched the whole of this video. That's quite
Okay.
interesting.
What do you think I should say?
Anything you want. It could be anything. Absolutely anything.
Hashtag oral or anal.
No!
Yeah.
No!
That's
No,
the challenge.
Tyson.
Get it out there.
No, Tyson, no. Think of something else.
No.
You can't do that, man. No, you can't do that because you.
That's it.
Oh,
Hashtag
no.
oral or anal.
Oh no.
To confirm you've watched the interview.
Okay.
I'd say you should pick one.
No. All right. We'll leave it there then.
Where he's going?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Team Fury.